So today we're going to hear a story from the storybook collection, the second book. So these are my favorite princesses. So the story's name is Beauty and the Beast, a friend for Philip.
It was a beautiful sunny morning when Belle arrived at Philip's table with a special surprise for her friend. Guess what I have? She called happily as she hurried to the stall. The first carrots of the season, Philip. I picked them up just for you.
But Philip was not as happy as Belle had hoped he would be. He sniffed at the bunch of carrots, but when Belle offered him one, Philip gently butted her hands away. Is something wrong? Belle asked, alarmed. Philip was always hungry. Philip hung his head and sighed a little sigh. There was something wrong, all right, Belle thought. Philip was the gloomiest horse she had ever seen.
Belle decided that she simply had to cheer Philip up. But how? If only you could talk, Belle said to Philip. You could tell me exactly what to do. But he couldn't, so Belle had to work it out on her own. She hurried to the library and gathered all the books about horses she could find. And then she sat down to read every single one of them. So this is the library. I'm going to name all of those books. Here's Hoof Polish User's Guide, 7 Habits of Highly Effective Ponies. And in the other page there is Carrot Soup for Horse's Soul and Horses Who Loves Too Much Oats. Scareblello! Cried Lumere when he crossworked and Chip saw all the books. What are you doing, Princess? I want to cheer Philip up, Belle explained. I hoped I'd find an answer in one of these books, but I'm not having so much luck. Ah, said Lumere, before you came and freed us from the enchantment, we were often sad. But the farmer Candlum remembered. We always found ways to cheer ourselves up. You must brighten his stall. It's important to know you have the right atmosphere, you know. I do believe the music is the key to happiness, Crosswork said. It always made me smile when I was in enchanted clock. How about a bubble bath? Chip chimed in. That used to cheer me up. So here's Rumere, Crossworth and Chip. Belle decided to give each idea a try. First, she helped Lumere brighten up Philip's stall. They were covered with walls with wallpapers and trimmed them with gold. They piled the pillows in the corners and hung curtains on the windows and filled the room with flowers. And for the final touch, they hung a huge calendar from the ceiling. Voila! Lumere exclaimed. What more could a horse ask for? Philip stared sadly out of the window. I wish I knew. Next, Crossworth led the musicians to a very, very, very long concert. Philip didn't seem to enjoy the concert much at all, but at least, Belle thought brightly, his appetite had returned. Here are the musicians. Finally, Belle saw it too that Philip was treated to a bubble bath fit for a king. If this doesn't make him smile, Belle told Chip, I don't know what will. And in the end, she saw a shiny, sweet-smelling Philip was as glum and Belle was just as puzzled. Maybe the prince will know what to do, Chip suggested. So, this is the bubble bath and this is Philip. Belle thought it was an excellent idea. She found the prince in his study and explained everything to him. I wish I knew what Philip needed, she cried. You have any suggestions? The prince thought for a moment. Maybe a walk would do him good, he said. A good walk always used to cheer me up. Of course, Belle agreed. That's a wonderful idea. Quickly, Belle into her riding clothes and hurried to fetch Philip's saddle. When he saw her coming, he perked right up. "Silly me, what was I thinking?" Belle said as he saddled him up. "You really needed a nice ramble, wouldn't you?" Belle led Philip to the edge of the forest where the royal orchards began. The sight was full of delicious fruit, gave Belle an idea. "Would you like an apple?" Belle asked. "Go ahead and choose one." Following Belle's suggestion, Philip wandered to tree, eyeing each apple and even sniffing some. But soon his head was hanging. All of his steps were slow and hoofy. His clear heart wasn't in it. Here's the apple tree. Still, Belle did not give up. As they continued to a wide open meadow. "You know," Belle said, "I bet a good gallop would do the trick." She leaned forward and snapped the reins, giving Philip's sides a firm nudge with her heels. As if to tell her, "Wrong again." Philip stopped, leaning down to nibble at the clover. "Oh, Philip," Belle said in despair, "I just don't know what else to do." Then, all of a sudden, Philip's ears pricked up and his ears to attention. Belle barely had time to sit up before Philip charged off a racehorse out of the gate. "Whoa, boy!" Belle cried, nearly falling out of the saddle. "Philip, where are you going?" But Philip just charged on straight into the forest. So here's Philip racing with Belle barely having time to sit. At last they emerged from the trees into a clearing field with wild, beautiful horses. Belle and Philip stared at the herd before them. Then Philip whined and several of the horses answered him. Finally, Belle realized what Philip had wanted. Not a fancy stall or fine music or a bubble bath, not an apple or a run. What Philip had wanted was to be with the other horses. These are all the wild horses. "Well, go on," Belle said as she swung out of her saddle. "Go and have some fun." She didn't have to tell him twice. Philip trotted eagerly over to the herd. All afternoon, Belle watched Philip race and play. Soon, he had even made a friend. The two horses grazed, chased each other around the clearing, and dozed together in the warm sun. So this is Philip's new friend. All too quickly, the day was over and the sun began to set. "Oh goodness!" cried Belle. "We've got to get going!" She pulled Philip's saddle and they started back towards the castle. "I promise we'll come back soon," Belle told Philip. As they made their way through the meadow, Belle found herself wishing Philip had a horse friend at the castle. If only there was a way, Belle began. She was interrupted by the sound of hooves behind them. Belle turned around. "Well, look at that, Philip," she exclaimed. "It's your new friend." The horse who had played with Philip all afternoon was following them home. Belle and Philip slowed their pace and the shy horse drew closer and closer. By the time they had reached the castle, the two horses were walking side by side. "Welcome to our castle," Belle told the new horse when they arrived. "We're honored to have you as our guest." And to show that the horse she meant it, Belle hurried up to fix the stall next to Philip's. "There," she said when she was finished. "Now this looks like a stable where a horse or two could really live happily ever after." So they're living happily ever after. And that's exactly what they did. The end. I hope you liked the story and please like and subscribe to our channel to watch new videos every day. Thank you. Bye-bye.